Get busy in here, get busy in here. Yeah, my squad run deep. Yeah, we really in here. I swear whatever you want, you can get it in here. Comedy or the drama, it's a mixture in here. But you love it in here, yeah, you love it in here. Got reviews up in here, we got stories in here. Hit the like, hit the sub, hit the bell, oh yeah. 3 clicks like the shoes on Dorothy in here.
So what do I owe the pleasure of dinner?
I really felt uncomfortable after the whole, your mom kept saying, okay, this boy's trying to blow you up.
Yeah.
It just, my crusade is helping black men and trying to make black people better.
Oh, Lord, here we go again. She about to stand on her soapbox and come for my mama. Girl, bye. I don't know what you trying to help, but my mother didn't say nothing but was already in the news. And then you said that you wasn't worried about it at all, but just a couple days ago, you had a bodyguard with you. Did you really think that you was gonna be able to call me here to just talk about how my mama did something wrong to you, but I can't say how I feel like you have wronged me? No, ma'am.
Y'all know I love Kandi and the gang. Loved Melvin. He cooked for me and So Deb. Love Philip. Love everybody down there. Shout out to everybody down there. Still talk to them to today. When the shooting happened, I knew it was Melvin, and it was everywhere on the news. Okay, so when where's Eric? I need Eric. When Eric came in on the last episode, was like, so we're not going to address the elephant in the room. And I heard a lot of people saying, well, why would we talk about that? What was that? Girl, and I guess maybe not. And maybe that's something that we need to work, that the show producers need to work on a little bit more. Because I immediately was like, why are the people acting like what is the elephant in the room? The elephant in the room is there was she coming down to show us what's in the new chicken wrap. What's the new lobster sandwich? When she need to be talking about how they up security. She came in here talking to us about whether or not we're going to be getting a new salad dressing. What's the new wings of the month? When she could have been talking about if she's uprooting and changing the staff. If the store shut down for sensitivity training or what are new protocols for the restaurant. Then her nephew comes in, shot up, bullets going through all through the arms, and he like, it ain't nothing. And they don't want to, they trying to tell us what's going to be the new salmon cakes when they should be letting us know how many stitches he got, how long it's going to take for him to recover. Did Blaze shut down for a minute? But no, because they try to minimize the negativity, which I mean, I guess I would want to do it too. The negativity going to her restaurants and what's going on, it's a legal matter. Okay, so then don't talk about the shooting. Okay, so if it's a legal matter, let's not talk about the stuff that has legalities going around it. Let's not talk specifically about the legalities going around it. Now, we all could go look up the shooting that happened. It was on the news. So we know that it happened, and we could pull those clips. Shooting at Blaze, shooting at Blaze, shooting at Blaze, shooting at Blaze. So say, look, we're not going to talk about the what happened outside. What's the new protocol because of what happened at the apparent shooting that happened outside? You trying to tell us what new chicken wings you serving? Is there a new protocol y'all started? How because of the what went on there? Kenya said it was the crime rising. Somebody else said it was because of angry employees or pay raise. What type of therapy or training or whatever did you give to the staff during the time that the shooting happened? Give us something. Say something. You got nothing? It's an ongoing case that doesn't involve Kandi directly. Her cousin got shot, and if he doesn't want to talk about it, it shouldn't be an issue. The cousin don't got to say nothing, Bernice. I'm talking about what is Blaze Seafood and Steakhouse doing? What sensitivity training is going on? Did you have to close down for a little bit? And the closing down is what helped you realize that maybe you should change some of the menu. Were there sensitivity trainings that's going on? Did you start doing new background checks? Is that something that Kandi's worried about? She didn't. She wasn't doing background checks before, but maybe she's doing background checks now. You know what is? Tell it. Give us something. Not she would have talked about it if the show was canceled, and that bleeds into how Kandi don't have to talk about the negativities of her business, okay? Unless she's gotten a new business to fix that business, okay? Something to make her feel better about the thing that's going down. And I'm not trying to read Kandi, but I am saying I'm starting to see why it could be a frustration where now we don't talk so much crap about Kenya Moore hair care. We don't talk all the crap about Sheree. We drop it with Drew, get over it, like completely, literally get over it. Nope, not gonna happen. You ain't doing nothing over here. Sonya saying Sonya can't host a party to save her life. Well, no, she was able to do one. We talked about late archive and what's going on. For some reason, we can't say nothing about what's going on with Kandi's businesses. We can't say nothing negative about Kandi's businesses. We cannot critique Kandi's businesses. No one's going to bring up the problems with Kandi's businesses. It's a legal matter. When you can't say nothing, we're not going to get into dialogue. We're not going to discuss. We're not going to have conversations with a negative content about Kandi's businesses, which is really weird to me because she takes every episode, every second, every time to go. This episode, she went into a whiteboard. Let's write down everything that's going on with me. Let's write down everything that goes on with me. She want to eat chicken wings in her face, a new fish sandwich, a new chicken sandwich, a new steak. But then nobody can come and talk about her flop stuff or something that's going on. I don't want to say her flop stuff because Candace is very successful. But when you have a hiccup, why can't the cast then say in a circle, because we do it with every other cast member, why can't we get into a circle and be like, well, they shooting down there at your restaurant? Because if it was any other cast member, they'll be doing it. I'm sorry. And again, I'm playing devil's advocate, but I see where the frustration could come from. Every other business, we get in a circle, we get in a round table, and we say, girl, your website broke. You wasn't selling the stuff. There's nothing here. Your stuff didn't go on time. It was too. We dive into the people. When it comes to Kandi Burrs Tucker, you gotta be quiet. So from what I heard, it seemed like Drew was trying to bring it up, and she was like, let's talk about the incident. Because I was just there 2 days before. Let's talk about the incident that happened down to Blaze Seafood and Steakhouse. And Model's like, you mean the shooting? We're not gonna say incident. You mean the bullets that was ringing through that building? Like, why we gotta tiptoe around her business? They were saying your business, not your business, and it was owned by somebody else. You mean the shooting that took place outside the business? Say if it doesn't involve her, then she could just be like, yeah, it was a shooting outside that doesn't involve me. We amped up security stuff going on. What happened? They dragged Dropper with Drew. Dragged it. What about the incident? Model said, you mean the shooting? The pow pow bam bam outside, the shooting? Child, Kandi said she don't want to talk about it. So Model said, look, I'm getting up. We always got to talk about what's going on with us, but she don't want to acknowledge or say anything that's going on with her. And Kandi said, well, let's talk about the lady who faced you sliced Let's talk about that incident. The thing is, Marla already talked about that incident. I mean, I guess you could talk about it again. If she want to say, let's talk about it, what you want to know. The case over, done, and closed. Okay, what you gotta do? First, the other housewives gotta get a handle, a headline without Kandi. Then they can ask her whatever. If that is the prerequisite, then everybody gotta go. Because I want to say without Kandi on the show, these housewives make like Bravo News. And Bravo News is the good news. Okay. When they start to make US Weekly and all of that stuff, or the news like what Kandi was making, then you become front and center. And now we have to question you. When Teresa was going to jail, the girls, we about to question you down. Okay. Eric Girardi was doing her thing. We about to question you down. When that girl Jen was doing what she was doing, we about to question you down because now you making news. Okay, my little stuff that we got going on in Atlanta and what's happening in Potomac or the little small Salt Lake City mess, that's little people stuff. Your news more interesting and making headlines. Girl, why they shooting at your restaurant? Why do the other people got to make a headline so that they can ask her a question? No, that's not how it works. When the basketball players sit down, it's a million microphones in their face, and those people ain't shot one damn basketball yet. We got to question you about how you played your game. Kandi has been given the most out of all the women on the cast. Didn't she show all when AJ was killed? Well, I don't know if she showed all when AJ was killed because the show wasn't filming when AJ was killed. When AJ died, the show wasn't filming. But she did try to show a lot of her aspects of her life. And again, let me say this. Y'all know how every year annually at work, you get a performance review. Okay? Sometimes you did better in some years than other years. But what your performance is based on that year. I'm tired of the girlies trying to use, well, Kandi has showed so much of her life. Okay, because that's what her job is. And every year, show your life. Well, I'm so tired of people trying to make it seem like, well, this person can do less because before, yes, maybe 1 or 2 years, you can take a break because, you've had a hard year. It's been very difficult for you. But now it's getting a 4, 5, 6 season. And I was like, well, she showed so much of her life. Did she need to get off the show? Because the job description says, we need your business. The job description says we need your business. So tell us your business. And every year, annually, we'll do another review of how much of your business you shared. And you're not going to come in here and talk to me and say, well, last year I showed a little bit more of my business. We talk about this review. We already did the last year thing during last year's review. We gave you a break during last year's review because you said last year. We talk about this year now. Okay. She got raised, got shot. She probably was sensitive about it, in my opinion. We'll see. So then after that, you got Drew and Marlo talking. Now, basically, from what I'm understanding, Marlo was saying to Drew, why you didn't just say shooting? Girl, we tried to just say you didn't want to call her out on what her mess is. But what it was a shooting. And my thing is, why can't we just call her out? Like my nephew was killed and shot. And she's like, well, I didn't want to say shooting because Drew said she didn't want to say shooting because she's had stuff that has affected her from a shooting and she was from the hood or something like that and the shooting has affected her. And I was like, no, look, if we're gonna bring it up. Just say shooting. Because the person who worked with my nephew worked with her and he was shot and killed. Moreover, which showcases that Kandi don't have to talk about what she don't want to talk about. My nephew worked for her and was shot and killed. And I told her about him being shot and killed. And she didn't do nothing to acknowledge it at all. And she's always going to be that way. And it's being frustrating that everything that we got to bring up everything and talk about everything, she can't even acknowledge my nephew being gone. She just don't talk about stuff. And that's frustrating to me. And all you had to do was say it was a shooting, because that's what it was at her place. It was a shooting. Okay? Let the world, the masses know. We got millions of viewers. Let the million plus viewers know that they shooting at her restaurant. Now, she don't want to talk about it. That's on her. But at least we going to bring up that the people shooting down there. Just like they said that your website and Drop Her with Drew wasn't yours. And just like they said that Sheree is lying about what she's doing, and they was drinking water out of Kenya Moore hair care bottles, say they shooting down at Blaze. They shooting over there. Say shooting. No damn incident. They were shooting down to the restaurant. And then let her have to, girl, say, bring it up as much as possible. Then she'll have to defend it. But they were shooting down to all her restaurants. At every restaurant, they were shooting. Say that. That's what Marlo was trying to get to her. Girl, you talk about the incident, say shooting. Because why we got to tiptoe around Kandi? Say shooting. Now, I think the only reason, and I'm with you, Cameron, I think Marlo should have brought it up. My thing is, she's already enemy number one. The people are always ready to drag her. You've seen throughout these comments, the people are so eager to say, all she got to do is talk about Kandi. All she got. So, look, y'all, we on the cast together. Why am I always the one who has to bring up the bad stuff about what's going on with the princess? Nobody is gonna bring up anything negative about. We are just gonna not say nothing ever. And I do think that Marlo, it could be upsetting and frustrating where Marlo gotta be the only one who always gotta bring up the mess, because then everybody gonna yell at her. Oh, Marlo, she's so desperate, this and that. No, we all have stuff that's happening with our businesses. We all have things that are happening. And sometimes we have downfalls. I'm the only person who always got to bring up Kandi mishaps. Nobody else gonna say nothing. So Drew, say it. She tried to give her a little alley-oop. She tried to give her support. What about the incident? You talk about the shooting? You mean the shooting? The shooting that happened down at Blaze Seafood in State? You mean the shooting, the aggressive shots fired down there? She was trying to give her assist. But why Marlo always got to be the girl who has to do it? Y'all know I love Kandi down. She's still one of my faves. But if I'm looking from the other side, I can see why people will be upset. I can see why cast members would be like, so we just don't get to talk about nothing. He wasn't, so Marlo, Bernice said, Marlo lied to Kandi about her acknowledging the death of her nephew. He wasn't employed by Kandi. He got killed. Kandi did send condolences to Marlo. She was acting like Kandi was supposed to pay. Not supposed to pay. I don't think she said that he was working with her, for her when he died, though. I think she was saying that he used to work for her. Which I don't know if Kandi knows everybody she's employed. I'm not sure if she does. But yeah, y'all, that's all I have for this review. I stayed here a lot longer than I should have. It did not need to be an hour. And I still need to try to get this summer house one up. Y'all, so what y'all feel about the episode? Do y'all kind of see what I'm saying? Y'all can see y'all probably gonna throw tomatoes at me, but still thumbs up the video. Okay. I want to thank Cameron for the super chat. I really, really appreciate it. I told you I was gonna be back, and here I am, y'all. Let me try to get up this summer house. thing, and then I'll be back with y'all. If y'all want to know more about me and everything else I'm going on, you can find me on Instagram and on Twitter, BusyBlu, no space, no E. You can also find me on Twitch, BusyBlu. This is definitely streaming right now. I'm about to go get busy, and you all stay busy. Till next time. Love y'all.